Well, this therapy can help sexually exploited youth because it gives kids, adults, whoever's working with the horses, an opportunity to experience things like boundaries, relationships, assertiveness in an experiential way. Often this population is a population that's disassociated from how they are in the moment, and so something will trigger them and they'll be back in a memory of a trauma or experiencing something from how I felt then. So for me to be in an office asking a question about how does that work for you in life, or can we explore boundaries, and then to put them with the horse and say, actually, you're going to use your hand, you're going to back the horse up, to have them be able to feel that where my boundaries lie, to be in my body, to be mindful and present, and then the horse actually backs up. They go, oh, I get it now. And then we can say, the horse needs you to set a boundary, because if they're not, they're going to walk and lead you. And then when it happens and the horses lead them in circles, they start laughing and going, oh, guess I'm not keeping my boundaries, or I'm not being assertive, and then they do it different. So helping them stay present and looking forward and saying how I want my life to go from now forward versus, well, I can never recover from all the things that happened to me in the past. And then experiencing that with horses when they can try things different and take on a different experience in their body, from going like being like this to actually standing straight, leading a horse, looking where they're going. They actually feel different in their body, and then I can say, okay, how was that for you? I had another experience with a young woman who we asked her to have the horse walk with her, and she stood next to the horse without a lead rope, and she kept trying to get the horse to walk, and the horse was just grounded and rooted and wouldn't move. And she crossed her arms and she goes, this is stupid, I can't do it, and walked away. And then we said, okay, how would you feel? Would you want to follow somebody if they were you and how you were in your body like this? And she said, not really. And then I said, okay, would you like to try a different way? Sure. So then I said, take a deep breath. She took a deep breath. I said, lower your shoulders. She lowered her shoulders. I said, lead instead of kind of leading from your head, lead from your heart. So she just went like this. The horse walked up, put her head right on her shoulder, and she said, okay, I get it. And I said, what do you get? She goes, well, in family therapy, when my mom was saying she couldn't talk to me because I was yelling and screaming and she didn't feel heard, I understand what she meant now. So that was, it's like, you know, I gave the horse lots of cookies that night. People that will walk up to me that I haven't seen in 5 years, and they'll say, I don't know your name, but how's Whisper doing? And then they'll say, I remember, and their face changes, and they talk about an experience where they were successful. Those memories and those experiences stay with somebody. It changes how they behave in the world, and that changes their neurology and their neural pathways. Being able to take some of the skills they learn about kindness, nurturance, mindfulness, moving forward in my life, I believe that those experiences help them to create a different awareness of themselves in the world, and if they can take some of the metaphors they gain at the barn into their life, I feel like they're going to be more productive members of society.